Joined now on SportsCenter by Brian Kelly, head coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And Brian, we'll get to football in a minute. I want to remind people out there, you're a human being. Christmas is less than a week away. So first off, 1 to 10, how prepared are you from a shopping standpoint for Christmas, which is upon us?
I'll give it a 3 only because of gift cards. I have teenagers, so gift cards bail you out. For my wife, I've got some work to do.
The internet is your friend. Stuff can happen in lickety-split. So late night when you're done grinding on the game plan, that's my advice to you. And let's pivot from you being a human being to football. 1 to 10, how prepared are you guys for Clemson?
7. We've got a couple more days. Well, actually 1. We finished up today with our traditional Wednesday practice. We'll practice tomorrow, let them go, and meet them down in Dallas next Sunday and have 3 or 4 practices. So I'd say about 70% of the work is done.
When you look at Clemson on tape, what screams at you and jumps off the film and is a concern?
Defensive line, first and foremost, obviously. You know, generally you get 1 or 2 defensive players that are, elite. They've got 4 that jump out at you. And I think the other thing is skill on the offensive side of the ball. Running back, certainly wide receiver, and then a quarterback who, as a true freshman is extraordinary. So I think it's the skill on the offense and then that defensive line.
To be back on this gigantic stage, to be undefeated and to have a chance, I mean, you know it well, you're there. Notre Dame's history and tradition is what it is. But to add to it in this era, what does it represent for you personally, given the opportunity that's in front of you?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at it in 2012, maybe we were there too soon. We certainly won all of our games, but maybe weren't equipped. And so it gave me a great opportunity to look at the things necessary that we had to build within our program. I think in 15 we were really close. We stumbled a little bit, obviously, in 16, but our foundation was solid. So now in 18, we have another chance, and I think we're so much better prepared. So when you look at it, from 30,000 feet,
yeah.
I think 12 gave us an opportunity, gave me one, to really look at what we needed to do to bring our program to a point where we could go out and win a national championship.
My guy Stanford Steve and I were talking about that Bama game in 12, and you're not the only one to play Bama and end up on the wrong end of one, but it feels like that result sticks to you guys more than maybe some others. I think that's unfair. Does it bug you at all the way that result sort of is held up like the document to define you guys?
Yeah, it's tough, because it was that national spotlight, and that was that one game where, let me tell you, that football team that we played that day was as good as there might have been that I've seen in my 25 years of being a head football coach. I think we're going to have to go and beat Clemson. We're going to have to beat Alabama to get that off us. I don't think that's fair, but bottom line, I think we got to go out and we've got to show the country that this football team can compete with anybody.
Interesting. You've been great when I've made this specific request of you when it comes to beating Clemson. Let's handle that first since they're up first. You can do that if your team does what?
We have to make the big play and the big moments of the game. Execution, obviously, both teams are going to execute well, but I think that big play and the big moment, we're going to have to step up and make it.
All right, well, we look forward to seeing you guys taking on Clemson a couple Saturdays from now. In the meantime, let's work on that 3 for our wife now. We can't have that be a 3. We need to sort that out between now and Christmas, Brian. Appreciate your time as always, man. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and best of luck in the playoff.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Scott.